I decided to go ahead and take that leap of faith and move to the Dominican Republic. Check it out.
Onlookers know right away that a daredevil's backflip off a bridge has gone horribly wrong.
Why is that not on? We gotta do it all.
Porque tú mucho más mejor.
At least I caught it.
Hello, people. I'm Sheila. This is my husband,
Jerry. And today we're going to talk to you about why I decided to make that move to the Dominican Republic. Stay tuned.
Today, my husband is going to be talking solo. I will return later.
All right, everybody. Like my wife said, we decided to go ahead and let me make this video solo, which means by myself, so we can go ahead and get into it. Because when I decided to make that move, I was living in the United States solo, so why not go ahead and talk to y'all and go ahead and break it down for y'all how we get down. Y'all know how we do it, and give y'all a little bit of $1 million worth of game. Shout out to my boy Gilly.
$1 million worth of game real quick, right? A lot of times when you win in life, hate come with that shit. You hear me? When you successful in life, you trust me, hate gonna come with that shit. So if you wanna be successful in life, you wanna be a winner in life, if you wanna be great, you gotta expect the hate.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys 4 things that impacted my decision on moving to the Dominican Republic. And those things are decisions, modern women, politics, and the cost of living. All right, the first thing we're gonna talk about is the decisions. There's a lot of different decisions that go into making a big move, like moving from one country to another. And so some of those factors I had to think about when it was time to make that decision and make that leap. First of all, you need to have a liaison or a sponsor with boots on ground in the country you're moving to, which was the Dominican Republic for me. It's imperative. I'm gonna tell you, I tried to do it before I had boots on ground and it did not work the first time. You cannot try to move to a country, especially if you don't speak the language. And I didn't speak very good Spanish at the time. Well, I still don't speak very good Spanish, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. You gotta speak good Spanish in order to be able to talk the language and to not get that old gringo price. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be putting yourself into that situation. So if you do decide to do it, you got to make sure you have a sponsor with boots on ground. Like I said, you got to have somebody that's here that can help you navigate through the process, because most places that I know of, when I tried to get an apartment the first time, they require you to have a sponsor. If you're not Dominican, they require me to have a sponsor. So I needed somebody to sign the paperwork with me in order for me to get an apartment. Same thing with the internet. Same thing with the electricity. If you want to get all these things going, you're gonna have somebody on your team that can help you out and help you get those prices and get these services set up for you. Next thing was, I had to figure out what I was gonna do with my property in the United States. So what I decided to do was go ahead and get a storage shed. So I got a storage shed, moved all my stuff into the storage shed, and I had a car. Some people decide to move their car here. What I decided to do was leave my car there. So when I go back, and I do go back, most of the time, either once a month or once every 2 months, I'll go there and I'll use my car while I'm there with an Airbnb, because I have kids in Virginia. And what I do is I go there and I just navigate and go different places as I'm traveling throughout Virginia, taking my kids to practices and school and things like that. Now with my cell phone, I still have my cell phone. I'm trying to get rid of it because, as most people know, once you're on a plan, you can't just get rid of the plan without paying a fee to get out of your contract. So my contract is almost up, so I'm gonna go ahead and eventually, so I can just go ahead and use a company here. Now every time I come here, and while I'm here, I turn off my SIM card so I don't get charged. Because if you leave your SIM card on, then Verizon's gonna charge you $10 a day for traveling out of the country fee. All right, everybody, y'all know what time it is. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that like button, help us out. Please comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. We need your help. Also, one added note, we need you to watch the videos completely. Please, por favor. If you can help us out, that'd be great. We're trying to get monetized. If you don't know what that is, there's a certain requirement for us to be able to get money to continue to get this channel rolling. We need that. We need y'all help. We have our subscribers. We just need our watch hours, which means y'all need to watch all the videos completely. Thank y'all. Bye. All right, next I'm going to talk about the cost of living. The cost of living when I decided to move, which was in 2022, was through the roof. So I said, man, this is not working out. I'm paying $2,100 a month for rent. I'm paying $200 and something for electricity. I'm paying for insurance. I'm paying for food. The food prices were going up at the time. Gas prices were going up at the time. And it was just like, man, I gotta make a change. I gotta do something different. And during that time, the inflation rate was through the roof. It was 8%. If you don't know a lot about the inflation rate, which is 8%, was a lot higher than the national average, which is a 3.26% average. So what that means is, long story short, it weakened the dollar, which based on different circumstances, one being Russia's attack on Ukraine, the other was based on the labor market. And the labor market was tightening up real tight, so it was a lot harder to get jobs. So therefore, the dollar was weakening. And so it was hurting everybody as a whole. And I decided to go ahead and make that happen. I made that move to come to the Dominican Republic. All right, the next thing that caused me to want to go ahead and move Dominican Republic was the modern women. Modern women was going rampant around 2022. My guy, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. At the time, I used to watch a lot of him, and he gave a lot of insight, he's the godfather, a lot of insight on what we as men should be doing and we shouldn't be doing and shouldn't be taken from certain types of women.
If you're a woman over 27, it's time to sell. If you're a woman over 30, it's time to mark this shit on 50% off. If you're over 35, it's time to put that shit on clearance. If you're at 40, it's time to put that shit at the outlet. If you're at 50, Salvation Army.
Because for some reason, these modern women who wanted to work and they didn't want to do 50-50, they wanted you to do 100 while they stray away from the United States. And lastly, it was politics. Politics, I used to be an avid CNN watcher, MSNBC watcher, but for some reason, it just got so repetitive and so crazy. Both sides arguing against each other, Democrats, Republicans. It didn't matter who was right or who was wrong. If you were Democratic, you were right. If you were Republican, you were right. And it just didn't work. And I also was voting every 2 years, every 4 years, nationally 4 years, 2 years for the locals, and it just didn't seem to matter. So I'm doing all this voting and watching and thinking things are gonna change and things are gonna get better after all the George Floyd and everything else that happened in the country and all the school shootings. It was just like, yo, this is ridiculous. And if I could move my kids away from the United States, I would too. I'm not here to bash the United States. I'm just telling y'all, yes, that's my country, but at the same time, things were getting crazy and it was time to jump ship. And that's what I did. And now I'm gonna give y'all a little added nugget on the reason why I decided to move to Dominican Republic. Another reason was I just felt at home here when I come. I just feel like more at ease, more at peace. I just feel like the air is fresher for some reason. Maybe it's just me. I love to smell the water in the ocean. I love to look at the water. I love to hear the water just splash off of the rocks. So it's a lot of different things that me and my wife do when it comes to being here in Dominican Republic. And it's a great feeling. And I just feel so at ease. I don't have to listen to the news. I don't have to listen to people being upset about certain things, families getting upset about politics. I don't have to worry about none of that stuff when I'm here. And I don't have to worry about other families coming to me about it. Because when I'm here, we don't think about stuff like that. We just think about hanging out and chilling, enjoying life, and that's what we do. So here has been a lot better experience. And like I said, if anybody's thinking about coming here or making that leap, I encourage you to do your homework, get you a liaison, a sponsor, somebody that can help you navigate through it, and you'll be straight. Now, one thing I do want to touch on is when you're traveling back and forth between the United States and here, there is a tax if you're not a resident of this country. And that tax, if you stay over 30 days, there is a tax. Right now, I pay, when I stay over 30 days, I pay $3,500, which is roughly about $60. And you pay it at the airport. Now, well, you might ask, well, are you gonna get residency? Yes, but we're still doing our research, and right now it's pretty expensive from what we've been told to get a residency here. And so we're just gonna hold off. And so I just go ahead and pay that tax every time I leave, and then it is what it is. Okay, in conclusion, we've talked about the decision to move to the Dominican Republic, politics, the cost of living, and modern women. I'm gonna tell y'all, it wasn't an easy decision because yes, I do have kids in the United States, but at the same time, I feel like I can better provide for them while I'm here because I have extra money to help them with their things that they need. So we want to thank you guys for watching our video. And my wife is gonna go ahead and take us home.
Thank you for watching our channel. Bye.
Bye, y'all.